Go interactive with
me, Kelly. This is the after-hours drop-off area here at North Island Wildlife Recovery Center. I'm here with Julie. Now, one of the fawns that you guys have in care came in this way.
It did, yes.
Tell me a little bit about the fawns that you guys are getting.
Well, we're happy to care for fawns that legitimately need care, that are orphaned, but we are getting a lot of phone calls and then a couple that have been dropped off as well, that have been found alone, and people have chosen to pick them up and bring them here when really they were fine and need to be left in the wild. So found in the middle of the road or on the side of the road without their mother doesn't necessarily mean that they're orphaned.
So what can people do to avoid kidnapping a mama deer's fawn and actually really make sure that a deer is orphaned?
Basically, unless there's actually a dead mother right on site, then of course the fawns do need help, but otherwise it's keep back, have a look for a little while. If the fawn's in danger on the side of a busy road or a very visible area, it's perfectly fine to actually pick them up, move them to where they're hidden in some grass or vegetation or off the roadway, and then just leave the area and let that mom come back and care for them.
And it is vital that people get a hold of you guys right away because they're not allowed to try and take care of this themselves.
No, it's actually illegal with the BC Wildlife Act to have a fawn or any wildlife in your possession. Feeding them the wrong thing can kill them. We have a specialized formula for black-tailed deer. Feeding them cow's milk or anything else can kill them. They're very, very sensitive and they have a very unique digestive system. So, you know, keeping that fawn for a day, day and a half, 2 days, and then we get a phone call that, we've got this fawn, what do we do with it? Then we're past the window that we can return it to where it should be because mom will be there looking for at least 24 hours. So yeah, a phone call right away is the best thing to do.
I was feeling really lonely when I wrote it. Yeah, which happens, you know, happens to the best of us, right? I'm Jeffery Randle.
And I'm Katelyn Wood. We are musicians. We've been playing together since last August.
Yeah, about that, about a year, coming up to a year now.
We just finished working on a music video together for one of Jeffrey's original songs called Down the Road, which I think was actually one of the first songs that we sang together when we first got together and realized that we really liked the combination of our styles. So it's kind of nice to have this project and reflect upon how far we've come together in the past year.
Yeah, actually, I think that was one of the first songs that you just really took to without, you didn't have to, it just came natural, you know, so.
I just really like it.
Maybe there's a better place somewhere down the road. Yeah, down the road. Yeah.
We were, I don't know, how do you say it? We got like taken over by a posse of horses, right? 6 full-grown horses came over one by one, and they were really curious what was going on, and they were basically just harassed us for about 15-20 minutes while the sun was already gone down, and we were trying to get these last shots, and these horses were pushing things around, and they knocked a camera over at one point, and I think they knocked a light over at one point, and one was chewing on my coat, and one was like trying to chew on Katelyn's toes. It was really funny. Anyway.
Try and spot the scene where the horse is licking my toes.
You can catch us Monday, July 13th at Swilana Lagoon. It's part of the Concerts in the Park series, and we're going to be down there from 12:30 to 1:30, I believe it is. Hope to see you there.
And on August 23rd, we're going to be at the Millstone Winery from 3 till 6 p.m. So you can come hang out on the patio and enjoy some wine and cheese and live music.
Go interactive with
Kate. This is a kayak entirely made of what, Jennifer?
Beans.
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 And?
Oh, we've got some Pringles here, some sesame snaps on the paddle ends. We've got some mushroom soup, diced tomatoes, peanut butter head, and of course the coffee hats.
Don't come here when you're hungry or need some coffee. This is Jennifer McCaskill. She's the team leader of CANstruction, and your team is?
Team RJC.
And who are you competing against?
We're competing against Herald Engineering. We've got Coors Engineering in from Parksville, and YPN, Young Professionals of Nanaimo, are here as well.
Excellent. Okay, so what we're doing today is building the ocean?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, now there's a point to this. There's a very important point to this. Why are we building colossal structures out of food?
We're collecting food for the food bank, actually. They service about 3,500 people per week.
And a lot of those are kids.
30% of them are kids. So what this is CANstruction is a global movement.
Started in 2012, from what I understand.
Actually, 1992.
1992, wow.
25 million pounds of food has been raised through CANstruction.
Holy smokes.
And it's usually the design community, so architects, engineers, designers. We wanted to make it a more of a community event, so we added YPN and invited other community groups to join in. And what we were wanting to do is just raise awareness for the food bank, but also put some engineering prowess to work, and see what we could do about inviting the public in to see what engineers can do when we're having some fun.
So what kinds of engineering skills have you put into play with designing structures out of cans?
Well, you know, Pringles don't just hold up themselves. So we had to do a little bit of engineering here, and the trick is that all the labels have to remain intact. So when we take this apart on the 12th, the food bank needs to know what's in each of the cans. Right. So we've wrapped them in saran wrap so they don't roll away, and then we've used some packing tape to hold everything together, just to make sure that they can still see the labels, and that all the food will be useful afterwards.
That's excellent. And this is all for Nanaimo Loaves and Fishes.
Nanaimo Loaves and Fishes.
And there's a way for the public to contribute as well. Until July 12th, they come out and they vote for their favorite. Is that right?
That's right. You can pick up your tokens at guest customer or customer service, sorry.
And we're here at Woodgrove Center, just in case we didn't tell you that already.
That's a good point. And $2 per vote, or you can get 3 votes for $5. And each structure will have a voting box in front of it, and you just put your vote, your token in for your favorite people's choice.
Okay, now how are we going to get these to stay? Because they're rolling. We're going to sort of bridge them on the side, right?
Absolutely.
But we're going to spread this out to make an entire ocean.
Absolutely.
Because this is Newcastle Channel, right?
That's right. That's right. We've got our Newcastle Island here. We've got some beans and some more beans and some peas and some milk and some peanut butter and a whole bunch of stuff. And then, we just keep putting the cans down and have them all look nice and put together.
Now, what does the winner win?
Oh, bragging rights. There are
in the industry, which I imagine is a little bit competitive.
Never. No, we've got it is truly bragging rights. There are trophies, you know, best structural ingenuity, most complete meal, people's choice, judges' favorites, honorable mention.
Okay, now in addition to bragging rights, of course, just the feeling that you've done something great.
It really is all about the food bank. You know, at the end of the day, if this falls down before then, the food bank is still getting their donations, which is really the important part here.
So come on down, participate in CANstruction at Woodgrove Center until July the 12th. Okay.
The Schipperke, also known as the Belgian barge dog, was originally bred down to be a small herding dog for herding sheep and geese. They then became very popular on the barges as a dog that ratted and guarded the barges, and they would drive the horses when the horses had to pull the barges up the rivers. So the Schipperke was an all-around working dog. Today the Schipperke is a pet. They excel in obedience, they excel in agility. Sometimes people use them in herding competitions. They're just an active, fun companion. The Schipperke is suited for an active family with people who like to jog, like to get out, do agility, hiking, and want a companion to go with them everywhere. Schipperkes don't like to get bored. They're extremely intelligent dogs, so because they're active and extremely intelligent, if left to their own device, they can find lots of ways to get into trouble.
This is a piece by Caroline James, also known as Hornby Island Pieceworks. Yes, it's within a 100-mile radius, and this is Imagine. I'm not going to sing for you. You wouldn't want that at all. You know the lyrics. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. And now the song's running in your head, and you're going to have it in your head for the rest of the day. Caroline is one of 13 artists participating in Musically Inclined. It's the 4th incarnation. Usually runs in about March, but Tanya Streeter-Wilson has shifted it to June so that more of the tourists can experience the creativity of our regional artists. We're going to throw things over now to a short break. Short break. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Maxwell Dowie, and I'm with Hub City Cinema Society. Did you know that Hub City Cinema Society is just down the China Steps, and we support young and local filmmakers who are making short films and features?
High-tech techniques for sport performance, Pants and Mammals, a new CD from the Kerplunks, and taking a hike up Mount Finlayson.